Natural Healing and Home Remedies, Part 3. I'm touching first on the things that I think are the foundation of good health and longevity before I touch on just the practical everyday things you can do, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. I said in my last reel that I enjoyed good health in my 30s, 40s, and into my 50s, and then in my 50s I just had a huge shift where I began to struggle, and I attributed my good health up to then with stemming from my ability to not worry and stress and really enjoying my life. I loved being a stay-at-home wife and mom. But at 54, my husband died suddenly in a logging accident, and that day everything shifted and changed. All of a sudden I had so many more responsibilities on my hands. I went from homemaker to breadwinner, being a single mom, raising my boys on their own. And the uncertainty, let alone the grief, dealing with all that had its toll on my body. There was a study done at one time trying to find what is the most impactful life circumstance on your health and longevity, and losing your spouse was way at the top, even like 30% more than losing a close loved one. Because your lives are so entwined with each other, you literally become one flesh, like the Bible says. And so my point in this being that we stress so much diet and exercise for health and longevity, not realizing that 80 to 85% of your health is determined by what emotions you chronically carry. So as much as people told me, take your time with grief, I knew that I could, but my body was telling me that I needed to process death in the best way that I possibly could, because I could take my time, but my body would reap the results if I took longer than I needed to. And I even, about 6 months in, a little voice in my head said, Renee, what you're doing has been healing you, but if you don't make a shift here and start focusing on the future instead of on the past and all the what ifs and your grief, you're going to be harming yourself, not healing yourself anymore. So I've seen people have sicknesses and illnesses and do all the right things to heal, but when they did not go underneath to the emotions that actually are the root and the beginning of the illness, they are like a fish swimming upstream, barely able to keep ahead of the cancer, the diabetes, whatever it might be. And there are some really good resources out there to help you to understand what your body is trying to say to you. Your body is like the voice of the subconscious. So many times we carry emotional states that we're not even consciously aware that we're carrying unforgiveness, shame, guilt, bitterness, resentment, sadness. And your body will help you to know and make you aware of the things that you're carrying that are undermining your health. So I'm going to post at the end of this video the different resources I have, books that help to link the sicknesses with the emotions and beliefs, subconscious beliefs that you're carrying, just to help you out to be able to get to the root cause of your illness.